when did you realize that you were different to other peers who are actually looking for placements and jobs? When did you realize that?
Exactly. That's what we pitched them to upskilling companies. We told until this point you are issuing certificates. From now you'll be able to issue skill badges specifically.
Okay, let's talk about your learnings in doing your business and what's your future vision looks like. So can you share your experience on your, say, top 3 learnings that you wanted to give away to future entrepreneurs? So hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today's podcast is with one of my good friend Tharun. So Tharun is a person who truly represents a new gen entrepreneur who's really creative and has a very good vision for the future. So in this podcast, we are going to talk about his early life, his journey to starting his startup called Record, and how he ended up getting his capital, his investment journey, and a lot of other startup stories to go. And it's a two-way podcast. So in the second portion of the podcast, I will talk about US stock investments and how I made how I made my first investment and then led to large capital in the last 2.5 years. So please stay tuned. Thank you. So welcome, Tharun. How are you?
Hi Sasi, thanks for having me. I'm good. How are you?
Very good. So for everyone who's wondering who's Tharun who's actually truly representing today's new gen entrepreneur. So who's really creative, energetic, and future vision. So glad to have him here today. Tharun is holding a startup called Record. So it's a platform where recruiters and graduates and associates come and they upskill themselves and get placed. Before we deep dive into it, probably I will leave Tharun to speak more into it. So before we get into the podcast, I would like to start with your early life. How was your early life look like? Was it harsh? Was it good? How does it look
Cool.
like?
Yeah. So first, thanks, Sasi. Like you are very kind. I believe at least I'm one of all the 3 things that you said. Yeah, my early life was pretty good. It was very kind. I grew up in Coimbatore, a proper Coimbatore boy, right from birth until my 26 years of my life I'm living. It was in Coimbatore. I went to the same school and then went to the same school. Went to a college here in the city, never moved cities. Both my jobs were in the same city. So life was good. Like I have been friends with the same people for almost a decade of my life. Had a very vibrant childhood. Parents were not strict. Had all the freedom to do all the naughty stuffs that every kid used to do. Had a sibling who has always supported everything that I had done. Even the stupid things that I do, she would help me hide it from my parents. So no complaints in the childhood, right? Made a lot of mistakes. Was decently well in academics. Not the brightest kid, but still decently good in academics. Yes.
No, that's good to hear
Yes.
from your side. So you also for everyone, Tarun is just 26 years old. So and he's already in his with startup with 8 people on his team. So just want to know.
Probably I am the oldest one in the team.
Yeah, probably everyone is 22 and
Yes.
23 years old. So talking about your early life, did your father, I remember you mentioned about your father in business. How has it had any influence in your choice of entrepreneurship?
Certainly, yes. Like since I can remember, I saw my father being an entrepreneur. The calls he spoke on the phone, the people that he visits or they come and visit us were all entrepreneurs. They all had small companies. The city is known for that, right? Coimbatore city, it's known for its entrepreneurial culture. You don't have very small scale industries. My father had one. I spent most of his time in his company and meeting all the clients, hearing him speak all the business stuff on the phone. I never understood what they were, but still, my childhood shaped around that. Interestingly, all my friends' parents were also self-employed, or they were running a very small to a large scale business. So it right from a childhood, it shaped me around thinking like an entrepreneur. Probably the first book that I read was about an entrepreneur. It was about Jamshedji Tata.
Right.
Was like in the 6th or 7th grade in school. I was sitting inside my newly opened library and reading this biography. So like since I saw my father being an entrepreneur, I wanted to do something along those lines. He ran a small mechanical engineering company, but I didn't confine myself to mechanical engineering. I want to do something on my own, but in terms of technology. Technology meaning software, anything digital, on those lines.
Right. And finally, you studied mechanical engineering and ended up being a tech guy. How does that happen actually?
Yes. My father is a mechanical engineer, but he used to joke mechanical engineers are people who are qualified to do everything except mechanical engineering. If you observe closely, a lot of people who are very tangential careers would have a mechanical engineering background.
Possibly.
These people are right. They did mechanical engineering, but for some reasons, for doing that stream of engineering, they trained themselves to become good in other fields as well.
Right.
So I'm one of those people. Right. I probably grew up to validate my father's statement too.
Possibly.
I am right now doing something in technology. Something that's very innovative, but having mechanical engineering roots helped me think better, I would say. Another thing, had I not taken mechanical engineering, I would surely dropped out of college. Any other stream haunted me, right?
Yeah, true.
So that's something that I really liked, something that was easy to me. That's one of the reasons. Yes.
Was there a straightaway tangent after you studied your degree to tech?
In my second year of college, that's when I first watched the movie called Social Network.
That's where you come from.
The movie that tricked a lot of people to become tech bros, right? Get into coding. I am one victim of that.
Yeah, right.
So I watched the movie, want to do something like that. It influenced me a lot, but I don't know coding. I tried to learn it myself, but no. And meanwhile, one of my nerd friends in college pitched me this idea of starting a rental marketplace for students inside college.
So that's your first?
Yes, it was the first idea. It was a very straightforward idea, nothing complex. We understood there was a need. We could solve it through a product. That's how we came with the idea. And then I didn't know coding, he didn't know coding. But to do this, we have to have a technology product, right?
Yes.
So we went ahead and convinced a few juniors who are in computer science department, convinced them to build us a product, and then ran the renting marketplace. And then we shut it down due to COVID. We all came back home and shut it down due to COVID.
Right. Maybe it's for many startups that was one of the hardest time, isn't it?
Yes, but we didn't take it seriously, to be honest. It was the first idea. We didn't know what startups or how they worked, but we want to do something, to solve a problem. That's the core idea behind it. It didn't hurt a lot. To be honest, it didn't hurt a lot shutting it down.
Right.
It was more of a college fun project that we are doing on the side.
No, that's good. That's good to know. So probably if you haven't lost much money, then it's a substantial experience for the next one. When you said you started your first startup in your second year of undergrad, when did you realize that you were different to other peers who are actually looking for placements and jobs? When did you realize that? And why did that happen, to be honest?
Okay, this happened when one day, like in the third year of college, people used to go and sit for placement training, right? One day, I didn't know what happened. I went with a blank paper to my father and told, I'm quitting placements. Can you please sign this paper? He didn't ask me one single question. He didn't ask me why, what are you going to do? I took the decision because I want to do something on my own. I didn't know what, but still I want to do something. So that's the reason I quit placements. Meanwhile, I'm also trying to move to the US for my MS.
Right.
I like there are a group of friends inside college. We were all trying to do our masters in the US. So the preparation was going on. That was one of the reasons that I wanted to drop out of placements. Meanwhile, I'll always ask these people, can we do something on our own? Going to US is fine. Can we still do something on our own? That was one such reason to drop out of placements. Another thing, sitting for placements, I didn't feel very excited about it. All the like most of the people in my college did that. I was not excited about it. But and then that felt like it felt like an institution, right? You have to do this, you have to do that. If you don't obey me, I will make you sit out of placements.
Yes.
I thought that was not a right thing to do for a career. So I didn't know what to do, so I sat out of placements. And then things happened on the flow. I didn't plan anything.
Did you actually think that were you seeking freedom, or were looking for that you could make things more better than go on a placement? So there's two things, right? Some people start up because they don't like to work somewhere, and some people do that because that's first one is freedom. The next thing is they like to go and they think instead of they working there, they could make much more impact than working somewhere. Were you looking either freedom, or are you looking for making a difference?
It's a combination of both. The freedom that I saw from my father, having to work on our own terms, having to make a difference. It's a combination of both. So the first thing, I want to do something on my own and still make a difference. Work on my own terms, work on my own level. I wanted to be an over performer, do something more than what all my peers did. When it came to career, so I think a job was a limiting thing to all the abilities that I think that I had.
Yes.
Yeah,
Right.
but if you ask me what abilities today, I didn't know. There will be something inside you, right? That you want to do something, something larger than life.
Yes.
Wanting to do a startup is something like, I know it's something beyond me, but still want to trying your hand at it is more of a adrenaline rush experience.
Yeah, that's true. Then some people don't like being consistent. They like ups and
Yes,
downs.
yes.
And yeah, no, truly understand that.
It's like a roller coaster ride. You
Yes.
go to the highest of the highs and drop to the lowest of the lows.
Yes.
There's no middle ground to it.
There's thrill in solving
Yes,
problems.
correct.
Right. Was there any books that had actually had a crucial impact during those tough times? I mean, your first journey, or did you had any?
Okay, in COVID, I read this book called How I Braved Anuvanti and Built a $1 Million Company. It's like a 30 to 60 page book, if I can remember. I read that book in a single night. I sprinted that book. We had nothing much to do, right? It's about a college kid who wanted to do something on his own, started off placements, started a clothing brand, scaled it to $1 million,
Yes.
despite all the odds against him. That's one book that influenced me a lot. And then I started reading a lot of books that were closely associated with startups,
Right.
like The Lean Startup, 0 to 1 by Peter Thiel, The Hard Things About Hard Things.
Yes.
These are all startups that really, really excited me. I want to do something very similar, solve a really big and hard problem. The struggles of solving that problem that they wrote in the book, I want to go through that struggles. It's like forcefully putting yourself inside a lot of traumatic experiences.
Right.
So books are one of the things that have shared my thinking, my career a lot to this day.
Right.
It made me a better thinker. For someone who has spent all his life in the same city, the exposure is very low, right? You are confined to the people that you are spending time with. So books are something that opened the world to me.
Oh yeah, right.
Learning from others people experience at the cost of nothing, we should all be privileged to experience that.
So the next thing is I wanted to ask about your Shark Tank experience. So I remember you've gone through until pre-finals, isn't it?
Yes.
Pre final stage. How was that experience look like, and what was your idea on Shark Tank?
So I have watched almost all episodes of the US Shark Tank.
Right.
And that's when it was in 2021. Shark Tank is coming to India.
Right.
But for in an Indian narrative, Indian context. I just graduated college. I was working on this idea to solve the parking problem in the city.
Right.
The idea is to have a lot of vertical parking structures, but my monetization model was different. It was through billboards and ad structures around those vertical structures.
Yeah.
So I was working on this idea. It was only me. I spoke to few people in the industry. That's what all I did. Didn't have a team. What I did, so when they announced they are coming to India, they put up a form online.
Right.
I filled out that form. So the one core skill set that I have is writing good.
Okay.
So the form was about writing about the journey. So I wrote it. It was like 2-3 rounds of online interview that happened.
Right.
I passed all of it. And for the pre-finals, they asked to come down to Bangalore.
Right.
So they shortlisted few startups and they did a proper shoot in Bangalore in a hotel. So they asked a few questions. There was a panelist. So I pitched the same idea to them, and at the end of the shoot, they told that for us to go to the final hour, we have to speak and understand Hindi because the entire show was targeted to the North Indian audience. That's the fair ask from them.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I didn't know Hindi. I'm decently good at the two languages that I know today. So for those reasons, that didn't move forward. But it was a very great experience.
Right.
Like I applied just for the fun. 3 rounds happened for all the fun that I had.
Right.
And then the final shoot I was nervous. Definitely I was nervous. But it was good experience to go and pitch your startup in front of a panelist and get a lot of feedback about it. So the idea ended there. The Shark Tank India, all that ended there.
So after coming to Shark Tank, coming from Shark Tank, what was that one moment that that you thought about starting Record? That's your startup.
So between Shark Tank and starting Record, there are a lot of things that I did. After Shark Tank, I came back to the city, and then I spoke to a tech entrepreneur here in the city. He was running a very famous tech startup. I went and told him about this idea that I was having. The first thing that he asked was, Tharun, do you have 100 crores with you? I told no. See, you don't have 100 crores. I don't have 100 crores. For this startup to work, you definitely need money. It's a capex heavy thing that you're trying to do. For you to start at this age with the exposure that you have is to do something with technology.
Yes.
Where you have limited capital, with limited human capital, you can build something on your own. Try to market and sell it and make enough money and then try to do bigger things. That's the first thing he told. And that's why I dropped the idea of that parking thing that I had. So I was still working out a lot of ideas, tinkering around ideas, trying to find problems that I can solve. So in middle of doing that, I took 2 jobs.
Right.
So I got upskilled myself as a product manager. And then I took a couple of jobs to keep myself alive. So still working on a lot of ideas on the side. And then one idea that really stuck, that really I thought, okay, this is something, it has a lot of opportunity and I can closely resonate with, and it's a bigger pain point and I can commit at least a decade of my life to it, was a Record. So the idea of Record was that to solve for skill-based hiring. So the 2 jobs that I got was for the skills that I had.
Yeah, right.
No one asked me about what college did I went to, what CGPA I had, what degree I got. No one asked me that. Both were startups. The founders did the initial round of screening. They were very kind to give me a job for the skills that I demonstrated to them.
Right.
But skill-based hiring was a trend in India, but it was broken.
Right.
So I spoke to a lot of people. We thought, okay, is this a real problem? To identify, is this a real problem? I spoke to a few people and they all gave me some inputs that validated my hypothesis.
Right.
So that's how the early idea of Record was conceived. Ideally to solve something in the lines of skills.
Right. I understand that.
Yeah. And then that's when I had this friend named Akshay.
Yes.
Me and him used to exchange a lot of ideas. One such idea that I was pitching him was Record.
Right.
And then he, interestingly, he dropped out of college to work.
Really?
Yeah, he was working in a digital marketing company. Uh, he had like 2-3 years of experience, all the jobs that he had were for the skills that he had,
Right.
despite not having a degree. And also, he was self-taught as well. Someone who was self-taught, didn't have a degree, just with
Yes.
skills, he was able to get jobs that was paying him well.
Yes.
So when I pitched him this idea, he was able to resonate it very closely with him.
Yes.
So we put all our thoughts aside and thought, okay, this is something both of us find interesting. Why not take it up and solve it at a scale? Was the first initial idea.
Yeah.
But we didn't know how, what, when, why we are doing this.
Yeah.
We want to do it for us. That's the whole idea behind having the first spark of record.
Right. So for general audience, can you explain in simple terms how record works? How does it help recruiters? How does it help graduates and associates?
Got it. So record is like a three-sided marketplace. One end we have recruiters hiring only based on skills.
Yeah.
On the other hand, we have upskilling or training companies who upskill candidates and talent. They train them for all the latest skills that's needed in the market, in on-demand skills, and they train them and they issue them certificates. On the other hand, on the third side, we have candidates who are looking for jobs.
Yes.
The first thing that we did was to improve the experience for the candidates. How can someone really demonstrate their skills?
Yes.
So when we're thinking about this, first question that we had was, what are skills? It's a very simple question, but hard to answer.
Yeah.
What are skills? So when we spoke to a lot of people, we understood skills are a byproduct of learning, doing, and experimenting. You learn, you experiment, and you do a lot of stuff that you really want to do.
Yeah.
These were, as a byproduct, skills came to us, right? So for any individual to demonstrate his skill effectively, we need to understand what he was learning, what he was experimenting with, what he was doing. So if we break down this into simple terms, he was learning online, mostly from YouTube, and he was experimenting with some projects, coding, marketing, and creating proof of work. And third, he was doing projects on his own, either for college projects or either for freelance clients that he had. So when we backtracked on individuals, all these stuff, we were able to find the 20-30 skills that he developed over time.
Yeah.
So we got all this in input. We had the system where it will convert all this experience into skill badges. We introduced this concept called skill badges.
Yeah.
So you, me, or anyone in college or anyone who's looking to get their first job can can earn skill badges from record and build their skill repository.
You're right.
So ultimately, it was not just one event, it's a series of events where you earn skill badges and build your ultimate skill repository. So candidates are able to do that. Let's say you work in this ABC company. Our systems will ask what skills you were using while working at the company. So someone from the
of tests do
yes,
you do? To
we'll do backtracking of your work experience. We conduct tests. We have some learning mechanisms in place. This will backtrack your experience and give you skill badges.
Yeah. So that's a stringent activity
Correct.
before you provide any skills badge.
Yeah.
Okay.
Another thing that we interestingly learnt about is that the user behavior of people changed over time. For example, someone who was good at coding was also learning something on marketing on his side.
Oh, yes.
Someone who was good at video editing was trying to learn design on the side. They are building skill stacks on their own.
Yeah.
Someone who was good at sales want to also try his hand at coding.
Yes, right.
So people are building their skill stacks, building complementary skills because the job market is evolving, right?
Yeah.
People don't want specialists anymore. They want generalists who are really good at one thing.
Yeah.
So that's the whole idea behind the first version of record.
How do you categorize someone, say, extremely skilled coder, for example, versus intermediate coder? How do you say the difference in the badge?
So at this point, record tracks skills in 2D skills. So we call them 2D skills, meaning it will first tell them if they have proof of skill and what is an activity that they did to earn the skills.
All right.
So 2D skills we are having. The next phase of record is about 3D skills. That's where expertise comes in place.
Yeah.
From beginner, intermediate to an expert.
Expert.
The 3D skill stack is still under development.
All right.
The 2D skill stack is live,
Yeah.
where people can show their proof of skill and show their skill logs as well.
Okay.
So if someone looks a candidate's profile,
Yeah.
if someone mentions I'm good at MERN stack, the next question they ask is, okay, what did you do to be good at MERN stack?
Yeah.
Or what did you do to be good at AWS? They shall surely have done something.
Done something.
Either they would have took a course online, or they would have deployed a project online.
Yes.
So you should have some means for you to say that you are good at a particular skill.
Right. Understood.
That's what we built to do the 2D skill stack.
So let's talk about the next fragments of record.
Okay. So we built this. We gave this broken product to a few users that we already spoke to. It worked out well. And then for us to scale, for us to build a really big business, we need to do it at scale, right? So we try to take it to large number of users, but we are not able to do it despite, we need a lot of money to do marketing. So when we thought, okay, where is our target audience?
Yeah.
Where are they? They were either in colleges or just out of college.
Yes.
So we built a very small product for colleges and took it to colleges, but didn't work out because the sales process were long. We are not able to really implement it at scale in colleges, so that didn't work out. So that's when we kept on speaking to our customers, we understood 80% of the target audience of our target audience were part of some upskilling company in India.
Right.
They were going to colleges, but they were also learning courses on the side.
Like going to some training courses.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah. And then upskilling, outside college upskilling itself is a big market in India.
Right.
For example, there are today 100,000 upskilling companies in India, closely upskilling to 40 million individuals every year.
Right.
In the age group of 18 to 25 people.
Right.
So we saw that as an opportunity because I was one of them. I was in college or just out of college. I went and enrolled myself into an upskilling company.
Right.
Because that's where I want to get upskilled as a product manager. So I was one of the person who validated thesis. So we went and spoke to this upskilling company. They told they had 3 problems. One, after upskilling, they were not able to keep track of whatever their students did.
Right.
They come, they upskill and they leave. No track record. 2, they were issuing certificates. Certificates, there are a lot of problems with certificates. It was all very generic. As a recruiter, you can't find these talents based on certificates.
Right. So does that mean, even say, for example, if you're someone learns full stack development, then in record, they will be able to split those specific skills in that particular course.
Exactly. That's what we pitched them to upskilling companies. We told until this point you are issuing certificates. From now, you'll be able to issue skill badges specifically.
Okay.
If someone has been issuing full stack developer as a certificate, we told under full stack, what are the 10 skills your candidate has, you can issue the skills to them.
Right.
This is where our initial idea of skill badges came into effect.
Right.
And third thing, their placement process was broken. They were not able to do placements at scale.
Right.
They were not able to reach the recruiters at scale. And we automated the end-to-end placement process using our skill badging mechanism and our recruiter mapping mechanism.
Right. Okay.
These upskilling companies got hooked to this value prop.
Right.
And then we went ahead and pitched this idea. And then only we built the product itself. We got some validation from our customers. And they told this is a good idea that we love to explore. And then we built the product. Very interestingly, this product we built in just 8 days.
Oh, right.
Right from the idea to shipping the first version, we did just 8 days. The team all worked for 12 to 14 hours per day. We spent all our time in office, rarely left home. It was a very great experience doing that. And then we got our first customer in like 30 days of shipping the first version. That happened. So upskilling companies, they were content with what we offered. Ultimately, all this converged to recruitment, right?
Yes.
Skill-based hiring.
Yeah.
And then what we did earlier, we were speaking to like 300, 400 recruiters. We had already spoken.
Yes.
They had several pain points. They told, Tharun, sourcing is our biggest problem. If I want to hire someone, where do I go and find these people?
Yes.
Sourcing is my biggest problem. 2, they told, even if I want to hire based on skills, how do I find them? The platforms, all the leading platforms, they don't solve for skill-based hiring. But skill-based hiring was a trend. And third, they told screening is another big problem. If I post a job,
Yeah.
I get thousands of applications.
Yes.
80% of them are irrelevant and junk.
Okay.
And we thought, okay, nice. This is something, an opportunity that we can solve for.
Yeah.
And then we told, hey, we have this concept of skill badges where in platforms like Naukri or LinkedIn, anyone can enter their skills manually. I, Tharun as an individual, can say I am good at ABC skills. But in a platform like Record, a candidate has to earn their skill badges.
Like, yeah.
Someone has to endorse the skill badges, or they have to go to our own set of assessments to get skills. So it's a verified mechanism for someone to build their skill repository, and that is the information that we'll show it to. We told the recruiters.
Yeah.
Two, sourcing problem. On the other hand, we have these upskilling companies who are giving us skilled and trained individuals.
Yes.
We solve the sourcing problem using that.
Yeah.
When a recruiter comes and says, I want a full stack developer who good at finance,
Right.
we are able to get these candidate data from the upskilling companies and give it to them.
Right.
So sourcing problem first solved. And third, there was screening problem. We came up with two solutions for that. The first solution, if a recruiter mentions these are the 20 skills needed for the job, if the candidate has at least 50% of the skills, only they can apply for the job.
Right.
Not everyone can apply for the job.
Right.
There itself, we are capping the applications. Second round, we are automating the first round of interviews using AI.
Right. Yeah.
So there's an AI interview agent. It comes and conducts the first round of interview, very personalized. It will ask a lot of questions based on the candidate's profile.
Right.
It will do the interviews at scale. In a single day, you can conduct to even 10,000 interviews for one role
Right.
without moving your finger.
So, and then the AI actually gives you a report of what
Correct.
answers he speaks and then submits to
Exactly.
recruiters,
It
right?
does that. It will give a very comprehensive profile score. It will also give them scores for the culture fit and all other strengths, weakness, apart from the core skill sets they have.
Right.
We trained it very, we spent a lot of time training it to give very personalized data.
Right.
The questions that will ask is very follow through questions. Based on your answer, will ask questions.
Right.
So recruiters loved it.
Right.
So in each point in time, we are trying to solve problem for one of the stakeholders. But at one point, it all converged into one big ecosystem.
Yes.
So ultimately, when we look at a bird's eye view, whatever that we built on each time frame turned into an ecosystem. It was like building blocks, foundational blocks,
Yes.
for building a company that's going to become a large opportunity.
Right. So that's whole platform for recruiters itself.
Correct.
Like sort of LinkedIn, but Record helps in through specialized
Skilled, trained candidates.
people. Yes, correct.
That's what we do.
I would like to know what's the market value for how big is this scalable and how big can Record go in the future?
This is a question that I get into a lot of argument with all the investors that I speak to, with my VC analyst friends that I have. It's a very subjective thing to speak about. So, upskilling in India is a very huge market. It's close to $7 to $8 billion today, including all the upskilling, college, supplementary learning, and all the things that happens outside college. So, this is the market size of upskilling today in India.
Yes.
If you ask me, in the early stages of Record, a lot of people, even to this day, people say selling courses, teaching people to learn is a bigger market.
Yes, right.
So we are in this market of, so if you can break it down, there is education, and then under there is assessments, and under there is credentialing.
Yes.
We are in this niche segment of credentialing people.
Yeah.
So upskilling is the biggest market, and under it comes assessments. That's the second biggest, and third is the credentialing market. So close to $7-8 billion is the total size of this market. Even to this day, we have this talks inside the office where can we teach people? Can we sell courses? Because it's a way to make money very easily, right?
Yes, correct.
You sell a course, you run ads, people enroll it, and you don't care about outcomes. That's what most people do today. But I and Akshay are very stubborn of not doing that. We never want to get into upskilling.
Why was that?
One, I thought it was a very crowded space to be in. Two, that is not what we aspire to be.
Right.
Right from the initial stage to this day, we know making money there is the highest probability. But do we aspire to do that? No.
Okay.
Some of my founder friends still say, Tharun, if you do that, you'll have enough cash flow. We can also fund your company for doing that, so that you can fund your product, they say. But I will politely say, if we put all our energy time into doing that, we'll move from our core offering.
Right.
We always want to remain a technology company, not an education company.
Right.
That's why we stuck very closely with our core offering of skill badges, solving for skill-based hiring.
Right.
The market is very huge. See, today people say the job market is coming to stagnant, but technology always replaces jobs with opportunities, right?
Yes.
Whenever a new technology comes, it replaces jobs with better opportunities.
Yes, correct.
Right from the invention of electricity to the invention of YouTube today, people replaced their conventional jobs with better opportunities.
Yes, correct.
So I think that's much bigger opportunity going ahead, trying to solve for skill based and all the things around skills.
Right. So so when we focus on just giving credentials, would that be a 1 or 2 billion market?
Definitely, it could be. It could be or not a billion. The closest thing that we can think of to record is a company called Credly
Oh, yes.
in the US. So Credly is a very famous skill badging company. They solve the same problem at the enterprise level.
Right.
Companies like Udemy, Coursera, all are leading course providers use Credly for their badging.
Yes.
And companies like Google, SAP, and Salesforce recognize Credly's skill badges.
Right.
Credly is one big inspiration for what Record is today.
Right. So, so when you started doing, developing Record, what was the hardest difficulty you faced? Was that getting partnerships, or was that funding, or what are the top 3 problems you had?
Okay. So ultimately, we want to build a technology company.
Yes.
To build technology, you have to know coding, which I didn't know in the first place. That itself is a biggest problem. I have tortured myself to learn coding, but it doesn't go straight into my head. It just skips over my head and goes. So first, to build a technology product, you need someone who could build technology associated with you for the long term, having the same mission, want to solve the same problem.
Yeah.
That we didn't have. Not having a strong technology partner or a team was the biggest problem that we had in the first place. I was a good product person. I was decently good at sales. Akshay was a very good designer and marketer, but we lacked the third and the most important point of technology. That is one. Two, to build great technology, you need capital.
Yes.
That we didn't have. So, see, if you ask me, to start startups, do we need capital? I would say no. There are greater things to do. You need to start a startup. The first thing is courage. Probably I and Akshay had that. I would not deny that. But capital was the second problem. The third is I didn't have a bigger network that I could go and knock the doors on.
Right.
Meaning I didn't go to a tier 1 college. I didn't work in a large company where people trusted me.
Yeah.
See, today it's all about trust, right? Why should someone believe you? Why should someone give you business? Why should someone associate you? It's about trusting you.
Yeah.
So I didn't have a larger network that people could trust me.
Yes.
So having all these 3 was the top 3 problems that we had in the first place. 1, a strong technology team. 2, capital. And 3, a strong network to establish partnerships and sales.
How did you solve them?
First, building a technology team, we were fortunate enough. So I and Akshay put all our life savings into the company. Whatever money we had, we put inside the company to come up with the first version of the product.
Yeah.
We outsourced it eventually in the early stages. We got the first version from a freelancer and we got it built. We solved this first problem. And then capital. Capital again tied up with building a strong technology team. So we decided to go and raise funds.
Yep.
I spent 4 to 6 months trying to raise funds with just an idea on paper.
Yeah.
It didn't work out. Probably wasted all my time on that.
Yeah.
I have spoken to almost all investors in the country, be it angels or be it VCs. Got a lot of meetings, to be honest. But that didn't work out. But fortunately, we got a grant from Startup TN.
Right.
So it was like a equity linked grant. Startup TN puts in like 10%, like 10 lakhs for 3% of the company. So we got that, used that money to build the full-fledged product.
Yeah.
And since we had that money, we assembled a very strong technology team.
Right.
These people were all very young, straight out of college. But most importantly, they had that, they aligned with the company's mission. They wanted to solve skill-based hiring. They want to solve everything skills. So we solved that. And the third thing, I sent a lot of cold emails. I went ahead and spoke to a lot of people, which was way out of my comfort zone.
Right.
I sent emails, went to a few networking events, established my network. Like without hesitating, I asked my friends and first circle to put me in touch with someone that they know.
Yes.
So that's how I slowly built my network. It took me like 2-3 years to build the kind of network that we have today.
Right.
So we solved the team problem, technology team problem, capital problem, and
Yeah.
then the network problem.
So how many people did you hire on that first few months when you had that funding?
Yeah. Okay. So even before we had funding, I spoke to like 30 people to come and be part of our technology team. None of us wanted to be part of a startup from India and then specifically Coimbatore. They didn't want to be a part of a startup. They all want to go to Bangalore or Chennai. But there were a few college kids who want to intern with us. They pitched us saying, "Hey, we like the idea. Why don't we intern with you?"
Yes. Right.
We told, okay, come, let's see how we are doing. They spent day and night thinking about record. After we had the initial version, it was them who developed the entire full-fledged version.
Right.
They were raw. They didn't know the nuances of building a fully polished technology product.
Right.
But they had the raw talent to do that. They had the intent to do that.
Right.
So 3 people interned with us. After 6 months, we hired all the 3 people.
Okay. So during the course of 6 months, you hired.
Yes.
Did you have an office?
Yeah, we do have an office. So our first office was here in the city. It was a very small, cramped 2 BHK office that we rented it out. All of us were working from there. So these 3 people, after interning, they joined full time with us.
Right.
Interestingly, they all declined the campus placements like I did.
Right.
I told them I was an idiot to do that. Please don't do that, I told them. They told, no, Tharun, this is something that we wanted to experiment with our life. So we brought all them full time. We're really smart technologists. And then the network spread. They brought other people who are interested in building products with us, selling the products with us. That's how we built the core team.
Right. Did you offer them equity or did you offer them salary?
So initially they were all, to this point, they're all on a very basic salary.
Yeah.
But everyone has a good number of equity in the company.
Right.
When I and Akshay started, we always said we should be generous about giving equity to anyone else who joins.
Right.
So to this point, the top 10 members are promised equity in the company.
Right.
Very generously we given them equity, a number that is much better than the market benchmark.
Right. I understand that.
So we call them like we are the founding team members.
Right.
Every product decision, every feature today is being driven by all of us together.
Right.
It's most fun to work with these people.
Right.
It's someone I can, after work I can go and chill with at their place. They can come to our place and chill. It's those kind of people that we are working today.
So when speaking about your team in record, so did you find any problems or difficulties managing like tech and non-tech people, like say developers and say marketing person or sales person? Did you find any differences or difficulty managing?
In terms of managing, I have not exactly no challenges managing them, but these tech people they are very introverted people.
Right.
You can't take them to sales calls. You can't put them on your videos for marketing. They'll hesitate. But you ask them to code day and night, they would do. So for me to bring the team bonding, it took a little effort. So we focus more on the culture part. We want everyone to talk to everyone. Because the core team is important, right? So managing them has never been difficult, but we constantly reiterate on building a strong culture.
Right.
Culture meaning even today, all of us can make fun of everyone else.
Yes.
No hierarchy in that. Right from coming in the morning to saying good morning to even going back home. they ruthlessly make fun of each other. Every new hire we make, the first one of the things that I tell is, if you come here, people are going to roast you left, right, and center. If you can't take it lightly, please don't consider joining us. Is what I tell them. So it's a very well knit team, I would say.
Right.
Marketing and sales team, they're all very extroverted people. They spend a lot of time outside talking to people, doing a lot of shoots, meeting people. So it's a combination of all the good things and whatever that they bring to table.
So when you start developing and then you got your first customer, how easy or difficult was it to get the first few candidates or customers?
On the B2B side, so today I take off the B2B sales. On the B2B side, to whoever we spend the most effort selling, have hardly converted.
Right.
But for sales call that we went very nonchalantly, didn't spend a much of time, those people became our customers instantly. So I don't know what correlation this has, but for the first couple of customers that we got who were really paying us, we didn't spend a lot of time and effort doing that.
Right.
But the customers who are at the enterprise level, who we think we can solve a lot of problems for them, even to this day, converting them as customers is a big challenge. On the B2C user side, the network that I built very early, talking to people to understand their pain points, they are the first set of customers.
Right.
We understand their pain points, we send them the product, and they were the first ones to use and give feedback.
Right.
So ultimately, all the product that we have built today came from strong feedback from users.
Right.
They will tell, hey, this is what I need, this is broken, this is what I think can add a lot of value to me. That's what we built.
Right.
We didn't build something and then go and try to give it to them.
What's your idea on blockchain that's gonna... Are you planning to use blockchain in your platform?
Yes. For anyone who's reading my blog, I would advise not to read it. I would joke with my friends saying one day when my blog comes mainstream, I would end up in jail. Today, I have very few site visits to it, so most people don't take it big. So I write a lot on my blog. Speaking of blockchain, I think it's a great technology. One of the great technologies that was ever invented. We are strongly thinking about integrating all our skill stacks, skill repositories into a blockchain, all the verification mechanism that we have into blockchain.
Yep.
We haven't implemented it, but we are looking at the possibilities of integrating. A few of our customers have asked for blockchains to be part of our systems. We're strongly considering it. See, any new technology, I think we should adapt and then be part of it. If we say that it's not going to create a meaningful change, I think it's a mistake from our side. If it's truly a good technology, we should probably look to ways to adapt into it.
Right. So when you're planning, I mean, when you become probably few million users using your platform, so is that the point when you're trying to integrate, or you already started integrating?
We have started the plans. We are not putting a number saying after n number of users are going to implement.
Right.
We have started implementation. It will go live in like a couple of months. If I'm not, we are slowly doing it.
Right.
We're not going all in. We are implementing few skill stack verification into blockchain,
Right.
and then we are moving to all the systems.
Right. So possibly for the recruiters and candidates, probably it's a good thing that the data is safe.
Correct.
And it's not going to leak outside
Correct.
somewhere. Moving forward for you to scale record, what do you think is the biggest pain point, like bottleneck for you? Is that talent or is that funding? What is it that you think?
Right. So team size, no. Today we have a strong technology team. Probably see every tech startup after a point from a product company, product-led growth, they will go to a sales-led growth. Since we are a B2B, primary a B2B company, we need a strong sales team to sell the product that we have built.
Right.
Earlier it used to be build and they will come, but today that is not the case.
Yeah.
We have to find your customers, prospects, go try and pitch the product. We need a strong sales team.
Yeah.
But the core technology team is intact and we are not trying to expand for now. But for any startup, for any technology startup today, all we need is marketers and business development people.
Right.
For anyone who's trying to start their career, the biggest opportunity today is not in coding, but rather in growth marketing and trying to crack a lot of sales-led initiatives.
Right.
That is where is the biggest opportunity. Today, anyone can build. You, me, and anyone in this room can sit and build a product.
Yeah.
But the biggest opportunity is there. So we are also looking to hire people on those. If someone can crack our distribution, crack our growth, that's what we are looking to hire at this point.
Right.
For us to scale, see, what we tell inside the team is that we have built a rocket ship.
Yeah.
Because the product has come out very well, the users love it. We have truly built a rocket ship. But for the rocket ship to move at the speed of the rocket, we need rocket fuel.
Right.
That's where capital comes in. Capital, it could be investment from angel investors or VC funding. For any technology startup to grow rapidly fast in the shortest amount of time, you need to spend a lot of capital on marketing and sales.
Yes.
Since the product is now built, all you have to go and sell the product. Definitely not for us, for any technology company, having some capital to spend on marketing and growth, it will definitely put them on the rocket mode, I would say.
So are you currently looking for some more funding?
Recently we raised, I told about the grant that we raised. Right now we are in the middle of raising funds.
Yes.
These funds came from people who know me closely. They have used our product.
Yes.
They think we are building a generational company. So that's when these are the people who are offered us capital to this point. I'm still talking to a lot of investors, angels, VC firms across the country, having a lot of fun conversations,
Right.
getting rejected left, right, and center. See, another interesting thing, 2023, I went out raising funds, had no product, no users, no revenue.
Yes.
Today, we have a product, few good number of users, few lakhs in revenue. I still hear the same thing that I heard in 2023.
Right.
It's like, you're too early, this is not going to work, the market is not large enough, the team is not strong. The same things that I heard in 2023, you hear even today. But you just hear those things and keep building, right?
Yes.
Had you stopped in 2023, you would not be today where you are.
True.
So the goal is to keep building, build partnerships with people who truly believe you. So that's how. So capital, yes, it will surely help, but it will come in the top 3 problems that we have today.
Right. So do you probably people looking or watching somewhere in the world might want to fund you. So just keen to know what sort of yearly revenue that you are making currently.
So we are at 25 lakhs yearly revenue today, and from 12 B2B customers. We have contracts in the pipeline worth of another 70-80 lakhs from enterprise clients.
Yeah.
This is our projected revenue for this financial year, which will end in March. The next year, we are trying to grow at least 100%.
Right.
Startups are about growth, right? 100% growth could look like a big number,
Yes.
but as a startup, you have to grow at that rate.
True.
That's when you can capture the largest market share and then move to the next phase of the product and everything else. So even today, our B2C user growth is at 20% month over month organically.
Right.
We don't spend on ads. We don't spend on any influencer or marketing campaigns. Everything is organic growth that we have today.
Right. So probably someone is looking to invest from outside. How much would you be expecting for what percentage?
Okay, this
Maybe
is,
you don't have to answer if you don't
Okay.
have to answer, but
Okay, this is a very subjective question. So early stage startups funding work slightly different.
Right.
So most startups raise funds to build a product and then try to go and sell. At the stage that we are in, you've already built the product. So this
now
stage
it's for scaling, isn't it?
yeah, with growth capital, but still they call it pre-seed investing, where there is a team, strong team. They're trying to build something in a very large market, trying to solve a problem. We are still raising a pre-seed round. The total funding that we are looking for is 2 crore round. So the total funds that we need is for 2 crore. So with the 2 crore, we'll have enough runway for the next 18 to 24 months.
Right.
So most startup funding will happen on an equity basis, where you give me some money, in exchange I'll give you X percentage.
Yes.
Right, for N valuation. But few startups take the CCD route, where we don't do a priced round. We don't offer equity. We call it compulsory convertible debentures.
Right.
This is one instrument of raising funds where, as a startup, you can go and tell investors, hey, this is something that we're experimenting.
Yeah.
If you participate in this round, we will build the product, go to market, and generate enough revenue. On the next round, we'll do a valuation. To have taken early bet on us in this round, we'll give you a 20% discount in the next round.
Right.
So, meaning in this round, we are not pricing our equity. In the next round, we are pricing our equity.
Right.
And for the early believers, you are giving them a discount.
Right.
So, right now, we are doing that. We are raising 2 crore round with CCD as an instrument with 20% discount on the following rounds.
Following rounds.
Yeah.
Right.
The investors that have committed today have agreed on these terms.
Yeah.
And the investors that I'm talking to are also, these are the terms that we speak with investors.
Right.
See, ideally, most startups, 99% of the startups who raise funds also fail.
Right.
Hardly 1% startups raise funds. Of that 1%, 99% still fail.
Fail. Right.
So the question is, first, can you survive? The next question is, can you thrive?
Yes.
Here, capital will help. Surely, capital will help.
Right.
But without having the right idea, right problem statement, right team, capital can't move a needle.
Yes. Correct. And that's good to know. That's a lot of insights from you. The next topic is I want to dig deep into, maybe this topic would be helpful for a lot of youngs entrepreneurs. So I want to ask a few questions on a few things, how someone who has zero idea can, they have the right mindset and they want to start the startup, and probably how to raise funds, how to go and meet VCs or angel investors. So we'll get deep into that. So let's say a scenario where, say, if someone's out of their university and they want to build something and they have zero clue, and say they're not even sure they would need funding, but they have a good idea. So you probably would have come from that process. What's the first step they have to do, to start the business, and how do they know when is the right time to look for funding? Either it's a personal investment or from investor.
Okay, got it. So what I can share is from a limited experience and knowledge of trying to build this company. So for someone who's straight out of college, working on an idea, so first step, you have to have an idea.
Yeah.
It could be any idea. Ideally, a painful problem statement that you have faced yourself.
Yeah.
That is perhaps a good starting point. And then if you ask me, Tharun, is my idea going to work? I don't know. If you go and ask investors, they will not know. The only person who knows if the idea is going to work out or not is you.
It's yourself.
Yes. And that too, the only person who can make the idea work is also you.
Right.
Who thought a small Google Chrome extension that will correct our spelling mistakes and grammatical mistakes is $1 billion company today?
Right.
Grammarly did that, right? It could look like a very small idea on paper, but the impact that it's created has tremendous value, right?
Yeah.
So, see, any idea will work as long as you make it work. If someone says, if it's a stupid idea, say, okay. If you can make it work, then you are fine. So, see, what people told me when I tried, that I went ahead and tried raising funds is that, Tharun, don't waste your time raising funds. They told me this. I didn't listen to them. I thought funding will solve a lot of my problems. But apparently I was wrong. If I'm going to say the same to all the people who are watching this, they're also going to say, this person is an idiot. I'm still going to try and raise funds.
Yeah.
See, if you're going to do that, completely fine. But before that, please understand there are two kinds of startups. One, a startup that is truly a product startup, meaning Google Pay or Cred that we used to. The entire business is their product. Or there are also other startups that can start as a service business and you can build a product on top of it.
Okay.
For example, Swiggy or Zomato. In early days, you can run Swiggy or Zomato using calling and ordering. The ultimate goal was to order food to a restaurant. You call an order, they get the order, they place it to a delivery agent. This could even be run on a WhatsApp group or a Excel sheet like Zepto did. And then they realize, okay, this is working out. Now I'll go ahead and build a product. there are two things. So if you're doing the first kind, please start the startup with the Excel sheet or a Google Forms or a WhatsApp group.
Right.
It could be like grocery delivering or fulfilling a need. But there are other product companies. All the SaaS companies, you definitely need the product. That is your business. Like Zoho, like what Record is doing today.
Yes.
Our business is dependent on the software that we are building.
Yeah.
For the first kind, where you're building a product on top of a service, you don't need capital
Yeah.
to start. You definitely need a capital to scale. On the second kind, where you're a truly product company, you definitely need capital to start. Or if you're a coder, if you can build great technology, you don't need capital because you are the human capital that you are spending.
Right. True.
So build a product, come up with a initial version, a crappy version, take it to users. Before all this, I would say is suggesting to talk about the idea on the internet. Whatever idea you have,
Yeah.
what most people hesitate is to talk about their idea.
Yes.
See, as a founder, what you do, shamelessly talk about our idea wherever we go.
Yeah.
On the internet to the people that we made. For example, me and Akshay all, whoever we see in road, ice cream shops or hotels, if they are student, we'll go and show them our product. We have done this. I don't know if they're still using the product, but we have shamelessly done that. So talking about our product or idea without any hesitation on the internet is a good starting point.
Yeah.
If someone wants to do a startup, talk about the idea online. You'll get a lot of criticism,
Yes.
feedback, or appreciation. Either way, you're going to win. There's nothing to lose and everything to gain.
Right.
So you have an idea, you decide you need a product or not, or you can do it on a Google Sheet or a WhatsApp group, and then you go and talk about the idea on the internet, and then you ship a crappy version. Let's say if you have a small MVP that you can build on your own today, it's possible within 1 or 2 days you can do that and ship it and give it to your users. You can do that and get a lot of feedback. When we can go for fundraising is that, see, it's like credit cards. Credit cards are for people who don't need credit in the first place.
True.
Fundraising is very easy when you don't need funds in the first place.
Right.
When a company is doing healthy, you have enough cash flows, or your product looks promising. Even if you're bleeding money, if you're growing at a good rate, it's a good product. So if you go and raise funds at that stage, it will be much easier for you to go and raise.
Right.
Because I can evidently see that in 2023, I'm talking to the same investor. 2023 and 2025, I'm talking to the same investor. I can see two different perspectives from them.
Right.
How they treat a revenue generating product that has got enough market traction, customer feedback, versus an idea that hasn't been proven before.
Right.
So definitely having the market traction is a very good place to go and raise funds.
Right.
A decent number would be a few lakhs of revenue per month or a few thousand users that have every month.
Right.
But see, I can say this very easily, but to reach there, it's going to take a tremendous amount of effort.
Right.
Insane amount of effort to do that, to reach here. But once you do this and go raise funds, investors will start pitching you.
Right. Okay.
They will say, hey, like whatever you are doing, why don't we take a call? I'll look if we can invest or not. That is perhaps a good starting point. And then see, fundraising in India versus fundraising in the US is two different genres, I would say. Because in the US, the risk appetite is more for investors. There's a lot of risk capital available. But in India, it's available, but relatively it's less. People hesitate unless you've built a strong network, trust. See, even today, people have openly told to me, Tharun, if you had gone to a Tier 1 college, you would have raised funds easily.
Is it?
Yeah, people say to me, I don't know if it's true or not,
Okay.
but people inside the industry have said this to me. Or people, had you worked in a large company, your manager would be the first person to invest in you.
Right.
Or if that company has some connection with the VC or an angel investor, they're the first person to give you a check.
Right.
It would be an easier process. But if you're straight out of college, no pedigree, no strong networks, no trust, it's going to be really hard for you to raise funds. But if you built a truly great problem that users love,
Right.
you can go and convince any investors what I would. The investors who decide to fund us have used our product.
Right.
They loved what our product has delivered.
They believed in
yeah,
you.
they believed in me, in the team, and then the product. But to raise funds with just an idea in India, I don't think it's very easy in India, right? I don't know how many people have done that with just an idea on paper, straight out of college, who has raised funds. Hardly a few hundred people that we can count. See, building a startup is already hard thing. Trying to raise funds for a startup that has no product is playing hard game at the hardest level.
Is storytelling an important thing?
Definitely, yes, definitely. See, people quote Steve Jobs often, right? The most powerful person in the room is a storyteller.
Right.
Like, until to the point that you haven't told a story, convinced a group of people, everything storytelling, right? Convincing investors or convincing the customers, everything starts with a story. See, it's like dating a girl. You talk to her, tell a story, you guys fall in love. The same happens in fundraising and selling to customers.
Right. Well, the other thing is, when you say, for example, if you're successful in raising money or capital, so will the investors come and put their fingers on your decisions? Is that stressful or not really?
Okay, raising capital itself, first what we should understand is raising capital is not equal to success.
Yes.
Today, not only Indian media, the global media has over glorified funding.
Okay.
They say a success of a startup is tied up to the funding that they have raised. Just because you raise fund doesn't mean you're going to succeed.
Right.
There are a lot of startups who raised funds, had enough capital, and failed miserably.
Yeah.
But there are still startups who didn't raise a penny from external investors, put their own money, bootstrapped it. They are doing really well.
Right.
But their names we hardly know.
Right.
Even AstroTalks founder recently told, until we raised external capital, people didn't talk about us.
Right.
Yes, see, in some cases, investors might take both seats.
In the sense.
In any company, the founders would be the board members at the early stage. If a large investor comes in, they put a lot of money, they might ask for a board seat.
Right.
Board seat, meaning they will have a lot of decision-making rights inside the company. They can see the point of raising funds is simple: to tap into their network and take our product to people where we cannot knock the doors on our own.
Yes.
If we get external capital, it'll give a lot of external validation.
Okay.
If someone is trusting you with their money, your customers are going to trust your product.
Right.
That's the point of raising funds. So yes, sometimes investors can take both seats. They can influence decisions. It has even happened in some of the small startups that I know, to even the largest companies like Apple. The board might even send the CEO out for a lot of reasons, right?
Yes.
So see, taking capital like double-edged sword. It'll either make or break you as a company.
Right.
As a founder, when you can make the most money out of your company is not raising capital, bootstrapping it to 5 to 10 years,
Right.
and going for an acquisition.
Right.
That is when you'll have a biggest outcome as a founder.
Right.
But once if you take external capital, you are liable to grow fast.
Right.
Growing fast meaning you have to grow 100x in 7 years is what VCs expect.
Right. That's insane.
That's the level of outcome they are expecting once they put in the capital. To that, you have to put your heart, soul, blood, everything into the company.
Yeah.
So, raising capital is easy. What is raising capital? You are giving equity outside. You are giving away ownership, right? It's like you are owning a land. Will you give a part of your land to someone else? You would not do, right? Since today equity is the new real estate, I'm not sure. I don't know why most of us are very willingly to give away equity.
Okay.
Giving equity will make us more accountable to whatever that we are doing. But at the same time, see, two startups. One has enough capital with them. One is bootstrapping. The startup, everything else remains same. The startup who has capital will always have an upper hand.
Okay.
Everything else remains the same, I'm saying.
Right.
So yes, if only the founder will know if they need capital or not. Even if they have access to capital, how efficiently are they using the capital?
Right.
Only you as a founder will know. From outside I can say, hey, for this idea you don't need capital. I can be wrong. 19% of the times. But as a founder, only they can know.
Right. That is actually really detailed conversation on the investment side about tapping their, not just their money, their network, their experience. Let's talk about your learnings in doing your business and what's your future vision looks like. So, can you share your experience on your say top 3 learnings that you wanted to give away to future entrepreneurs?
I'm not sure if I'm qualified to do this, but what I can say is, um, I'm thinking if we can box everything to top 3 learnings, um, it would be one, take a bet on yourself. As a founder, always take a bet on yourself. The idea that you have, see, the initial idea is going to be very crappy. It's not going to become. It's not going to look very shiny. It's going to be very crappy. But polish that idea. How can you polish the idea? To spending a lot of time in the idea, talking to people, talking to
Working on it.
really working on it. See, you can't learn swimming by reading a book about how to learn swimming, right?
That's a very good insight.
See, if you are someone who really wants to do a startup in the future, go and do a startup. Probably you're going to fail. See, the default outcome of a startup is failure. But why do we still want to do it? Because there's even 1% or 2% chance that we can turn around things, right? Go and do things, take a bet on yourself. And two, build very good team. The team you build is the company you build. If you want to build a generational company, if you want to build a sustaining company, build a very strong team, take bet on people. When I say this, we didn't try to optimize for being the best coder that we ever had.
Right.
We bought few people who know coding and we groomed them.
Right.
Because if we try to bring in the best coder, they would have probably been to some top college. They would try to optimize for the next big salary in their life.
Yes.
They might even leave the company for whoever is offering much higher salary. What you want is people to aligning with your vision. 90% of the time, it's going to be struggle. So, are you okay to struggle with the people that you have built? So, building a strong team is the second one. Third one is to have a lot of resilience. Right. See, it's about hearing a lot of no's, constantly hearing a lot of no's. Chris Dixon famously told, if you're not being rejected enough, your idea is not big enough. I think he told something like, if you're not rejected on a daily basis, your idea is not
You're
big
not
enough.
growing.
Yeah. So
Right.
you're going to hear a lot of no's from users, customers, teammates. But hearing all these no's, can you still irrationally be optimistic about your idea and go and pursue it? So resilience is a very good trait to have for any entrepreneur, not only people who are building in tech. So first one, take a bold bet on your idea. Don't hesitate. That will always tied up to courage to build a very strong team.
Right.
If a strong team will always build a great company. 3, to have a lot of resilience as founder. Your bank accounts are going to be empty most of the times.
Right.
90% of the sales pitches are not going to end up in deals. So can you get up and go to work despite hearing all this? Is what I would call resilience.
Right. And that's very thoughtful of all these 3 points you accumulated. So I've seen on your first point, I've seen many people who always been thinking for many years and they haven't started working on it and they still think for, I've seen people like 5-6 years now and, not taken action on it. So when you said that I started, thinking a lot of people who are doing that. Can you give a picture how the next 5 years of Record look like?
Nice. So even today morning we had this conversation. So ultimately what we have built is a proof of skill is what we have built. A proof of skill infra is what we have built. So in the next 5 years, what we are trying to aim is powering all the hiring, powering all the upskilling with our proof of skill infrastructure.
Right.
Meaning anyone who's being upskilled will get skill badges through Record.
Right.
Anyone who's being hired for skills will be hired to Record's proof of skill infrastructure.
Right.
That's what we are essentially trying to reach in the next 3 to 5 years, I would say. Even from the large enterprises to even a small company who's either training people or upskilling them or trying to hire based on skills. The entire journey we are going to enable it.
Right.
So what we want to become is we want to become the most trusted layer for skills in India.
Right.
That's what we aspire to become in the future. Any hire through record is trusted skills is what we aspire to become.
Right. That's very thoughtful. So hopefully you have many million users in the coming years. So thanks for that. So this is going to be a two-way conversation, two-way podcast between Tharun and Sasi. So we had a true, very insightful, thought-provoking answers and values from Tharun. So I really appreciate Tharun for helping a lot of people out there who are watching this.